Good morning, everybody, from Los Angeles Union Station. So today we're going to hop on the Coast Starlight and head to Seattle. So come with us as we take the journey north. And before we do, let's take some quick videos of Union Station. In Los Angeles Union Station, they have a shuttle that takes you directly from the first class lounge right to the train. So we took the shuttle. So now it's time to board the train, and this will be our home for the next 2 days. So we've got a roomette. I'll be in the lower bunk. Nancy will be in the upper bunk. She's a little camera shy, so we won't be seeing a whole lot of her, but she will appear in the video every now and then. So this is our home for the next 2 days, and let's just walk around the train and check it out. Okay, we are now on board the Coast Starlight. So come with us as we head north to Seattle, and I'll take you along the way. Here we go. The clock on my phone says it's 9:51 a.m., so that means that we are leaving right on time. So this will be a 2-day journey, 36 hours from Los Angeles up to Seattle. As our train heads north, we'll go through some of the industrial areas in the Los Angeles area, and we'll make stops along the way. So our first stop will be Glendale. Then we're going to stop at the Burbank Airport. We'll stop in Van Nuys, Simi Valley, and Oxnard. After making those stops in the Los Angeles area, our train is now out in the agricultural areas of Southern California. So let's just look out the window and enjoy the sights as we cruise along. And we're also going to make a couple more stops along the way. But let's just look out the window and enjoy the sights of California. One of the great benefits of traveling by train is that you're able to get up and walk around. So here we are walking through our sleeping car. This is my favorite part, where the coffee is. And here's where the roomettes are. So there's 10 roomettes on this floor, and downstairs there's an additional 4 roomettes, plus a handicap room and a family room. So traveling by train, you can get up, stretch your legs, and walk around. Our train is finally out of the greater Los Angeles area, and now we're traveling along the beaches of Southern California. So along this part of the track, we're going to stop in Santa Barbara and then San Luis Obispo. So let's just look out the window and I'll tell you a little bit about what we're seeing on this beautiful section of the track. Many of the travel publications claim that the Coast Starlight is America's most beautiful train. And I do have to agree that the Coast Starlight is a very beautiful train. However, all the other long-distance trains are very beautiful too. You've got the Southwest Chief, the California Zephyr, the Empire Builder. They'll have sights and scenery that you can't see anywhere else. In this case, on the Coast Starlight, we're seeing the beach, and that's something that the other trains are not able to offer. The route that our train is following was originally built by the Southern Pacific, and this was known as the Coastline. In 1922, Southern Pacific started the Coast Daylight, which ran from Los Angeles to San Francisco. The Southern Pacific advertised the Coast Daylight as the most beautiful passenger train in the world. And I do have to agree that the Coast Starlight, today's predecessor, is just as beautiful. The Coast Daylight was operated from 1922 until 1971, when Amtrak took it over, and they eventually renamed the train the Coast Starlight. Back in the days before Amtrak, the Southern Pacific operated their passenger trains from Los Angeles to San Francisco and on to Portland. If you wanted to go north up to Seattle, you'd have to get off in Portland and transfer. So in 1971, when Amtrak took over passenger trains, They created the Coast Starlight, and the Coast Starlight was a Los Angeles to Seattle train, which eliminated the need to transfer in Portland. Isn't the scenery on this train just beautiful? Absolutely stunning. Anyway, it's time for lunch, so let's go get something to eat. Yum, yum. It's time for lunch in the dining car. They have fresh flowers on the tables. Anyway, for lunch I had a Monte Cristo sandwich with french fries, very delicious. And then for dessert, I had the chocolate cake, chocolate mousse, and that was really good. Dinner in the diner, nothing could be finer. And we're back from lunch. That was really good. I had a Monte Cristo sandwich, potato chips, and a chocolate fudge cake. Really good. Anyway, let's just look out the window and look at some of these views because it's really pretty as we cruise along the California coast. The views out the window on this train are just spectacular. Where else can you see views like this? You can't see it from an airplane. You can't see it from the freeway, but you can definitely see it when you're on the Amtrak Coast Starlight. It's so pretty. So the train basically is following a bluff next to the beach in the Pacific Ocean. So here we are just looking out, looking west, and seeing the beautiful scenery. As I said before, many travel publications say that the Coast Starlight is America's most beautiful train. And I do have to agree that the scenery is very beautiful. So from Los Angeles, our train will follow the beaches of Southern California. Eventually, we'll transfer over to the agricultural areas of Central California. Overnight, we'll travel through the mountains of Northern California. Tomorrow morning, we'll awake and we will be in the Oregon mountains. After we travel through the mountains in Oregon, we'll end up in the Willamette Valley, and we'll travel through the valley until we get to Portland. At Portland, our train will cross the Columbia River, and then we'll follow the Puget Sound into Seattle. So the Coast Starlight is definitely one of America's most diverse scenery trains. Highly recommend traveling this way. I hope you're enjoying looking at the views. It's so beautiful. A lot of people say that the Coast Starlight is the most beautiful train ride in America, and I believe it. As our train continues north, our eyes are glued on the scenery out the window. It's just spectacular, but it won't be long until we make the crossing into Central California and the agricultural areas. Well, our train has stopped here at Paso Robles, and from San Luis Obispo to Paso Robles, I took a nap. So after being on the ship for several days and staying at a hotel and running around, it's just nice to sit and do nothing and lay around and sleep. So let's look out the window and see what's ahead. It's kind of bright out with the sun shining right in my eyes, but we'll see what we can see here from Paso Robles up to San Francisco. Soon it'll be dinner time too. Yum. As I just said, our train did stop in Paso Robles, and we stopped right on time. We also made a stop in Salinas. And here we are traveling through Central California. There's a lot of oil wells, and there's a lot of agriculture going on in this area. So once again, let's just look out the window and enjoy the scenery of Central California. Okay, so that was some of the views here in Central California. The sun's still a little bright. Let me tell you, trying to take a nap with that bright sun shining in my eyes was a little much, but that's okay. Anyway, here in Central California, we pass through a lot of agricultural area. So there's field after field after field where they're growing all kinds of different crops, and these crops actually feed the nation. So it's pretty neat to be in America's breadbasket and see it firsthand. From the train, ground level. Not like a plane where you fly right over it and miss it. The sun is starting to set over Central California. Winter is coming and the sun is setting earlier, so that means that we're going to miss some of the scenery north of San Francisco, but that's okay. We're getting the beautiful scenery of Central California, and we've got this beautiful sunset to look at. So we're going to look out the window for a couple more minutes and watch the sunset behind that mountain over there, and then I think it'll be about time for dinner. Okay, the sun has finally set behind the mountain so we can look out the window and see the views. So here we are in farm country and lots of agriculture. So let's see what's growing out here. I thought I'd use this time to tell you about what will happen overnight on the train. So the train will continue north and we'll make several stops. Around dinner time, we'll stop in San Jose, and then we'll stop in Oakland. After Oakland, we'll make a stop in Emeryville, where you can connect to the California Zephyr. We'll make a stop in Martinez, and then Davis, and around bedtime, we'll stop in Sacramento. Overnight, the train will make stops in Chico, Redding, and Dunsmuir, and tomorrow morning, somewhere around Klamath Falls, Oregon, is when we'll wake up. We only have a few more minutes of daylight until it's dark outside, so we won't be able to see any of those stops that we make overnight because it's just too dark. So let's enjoy the scenery before nighttime falls upon us. Okay, so it looks like we're pulling over into a siding right now, and that also means that it's time for dinner. So we're gonna head down to the dining car and see what's good. So come with us as we go have dinner in the diner. Nothing could be finer.
Yeah, these guys wanted a good view of the ocean. They had to stay out in the way.
Okay, it's time for dinner in the dining car. Let's go down there and see what they have. It's time for dinner in the diner. Yum, yum. So we're going to start with the raspberry cheese empanada, which is very good. And then our main entree is going to be a herb crusted chicken and green beans. Delicious. As we walk back to our room from the dining car, look out the window and notice how dark it is. Winter is definitely here. And be quiet because people are sleeping on the train. Shh. Okay, we are sitting here at the San Jose station after dinner. Dinner was delicious. I had a empanada with raspberry and cheese, herb roasted chicken, which is delicious, and then a piece of lemon cake for dessert. So now we are leaving San Jose and we're going to go to bed pretty soon. So I'll show you the bed and then we'll turn it all down. Good night. Okay, it is time to go to bed. Here's the lower bunk and here's the upper bunk. And I want to show everybody right here our little stairs to go up so you can get up to the bunk. So on that note, I want to say good night to everybody, and we will see you tomorrow in Southern Oregon. So it'll be a beautiful trip through the Oregon mountains. So good night from the Amtrak Coast Starlight.